Chickity check.
Konnichiwa, YouTubes.
Konnichiwa. Oh, let me open up the live chat window too. There we go. Okay. And I think we're good there. So this is 125.
I won't cry.
I accidentally almost named it 126. That would
I
suck.
won't cry.
Say something, I'm giving up on you. Ooh.
No.
It says say something right there.
No. I refuse.
Well, then don't.
Okay, I won't.
The following audio program contains mature content, including offensive language. Listener discretion is advised.
Play the radio. Make sure the kids hear words.
You're talking to the guy that remembers everything.
Remember that time we butt-fucked?
Yeah, I don't feel okay with that. I really don't.
Robotator's a loser.
You know, I'm not even saying anything anymore.
Why?
Or maybe it's just that I'm hogged up on caffeine.
Because y'all get on to me for even saying anything. I'm done.
No,
I'm done.
I
I'm
didn't.
done.
You're supposed to fight back. Look.
I feel like you have a boner right now.
I don't.
The land of Fujiwa is a shitocracy.
First and foremost, I am not fucking RoboTuner.
Robo, fuck you.
That would be so tender.
my Number God. One.
That's the play for a stripper to just go, oh yeah, I listen to all of them all the time.
Why did the stripper turn to Matt
So where's
Thomas?
the stripper from?
Thomas, is that you, man?
I thought it was genius, RoboTuner. You did a fantastic job.
It is. I thought that I just wanted some money so I could buy some pop screen filters.
You dress up well, Thomas, man. I didn't know you were into this.
You little LARPer, you.
Someone shoot me. I have to live with him.
All these podcasts in my feed, but something's wrong. Not a single one I follow, they sing their own theme song. Now I have my own, and I really must say, please offer us advertisement so we can do this for pay. Do this for pay. Back in 2015, just a desktop and 2 mics. We found it hard on social media to get any likes. Then we got new equipment and the world was much more fun. 3 years had gone by, now our studio is done. RoboTuner, master of debacle, sitting at the helm.
Sushi keeping Matt in check, true ruler of this realm.
Thunder K shocking both their asses into gear.
Alex the intern. Why am I even here?
We're glad that you have joined for this occurrence of our show. We can't think of lyrics for this part, so here we go. The song is almost over, starting at last. Broadcasting from the dungeon at Castle Fujiwa's RoboTuner's Insignificant Podcast. Occurrence 125 for Sunday, March 14th, 2021, in the year of the animal which passes through Fort Worth stockyards. Yes, amongst millions of other type of cattle. Greetings, RoboTuner, coming at you from the dungeon at Castle Fujiwa, back again with that low-budget podcast style for your listening enjoyment, amusement, disgust, or all the above. Take your pick. Joining me once again, across the table from me, is my existing gorgeous romantic life partner, Sushi.
Hello.
And then the Grand Pumbaa, Thunder K.
That's it?
That's all I could come up with on the fly. And then, of course, Alex, the Grand Pumbaa.
What's up?
I would have said Grand Pooper or something like that.
I would have said the man behind the curtain, the voice of Oz.
The voice of Oz,
Yeah.
Thunder K. And then Alex, the intern.
What's up?
So it has been a very busy weekend for me. I'm getting to that. Just not in that context.
Hey, let me ask you this.
What?
Did you go to a titty bar on Friday?
Yes, and Saturday, the
Yeah.
same one.
You went to a titty bar 2 days in a row.
It wasn't my choice. I mean, it was. Let me rephrase that. It wasn't my decision to go back for a second time. I'll get to that.
I think all of our listeners want to know one thing.
What's that?
Do the strippers talk like Matt Thomas?
No? Why would they?
Because we were just curious because, you know, Dustin Stripper turned into Matt Thomas.
Oh, yeah. What? The stripper turned into Matt Thomas? Well, that was a long time ago, long before we got these pop screen filters. No, none of them talks like me. So I'm going to talk about this from a very high level. I've been asked not to reveal too much because this is what I did is that I went down to the great city of Austin, the capital of our great state of Texas, with my good friends from the Jerry Jonestown Massacre, Dunstan Schneider and Matt Stubbs, and we were also accompanied by former Funky Town podcast host Jeffrey the Lord. And we actually were on camera duty for the first in their quarterly series where they're going to take a road trip to a particular city in Texas and talk about some of the attractions that we went by. So, anyway, we left on Friday night, and we got there probably close to 9 o'clock or so. We stayed at Dustin's cousin Jeremy's house. He's actually the general manager of one of the gentlemen's clubs down there called the Yellow Rose, which they speak about quite a bit. And shortly after we unloaded on Friday, we went over there. But before we did, we actually stopped at a pretty interesting bar. What is it? I hear that too. It sounds like somebody's basing us next door to us. It's got to be. It's just odd. I didn't think he was into trap or dubstep. Anyway, this bar, Sushi, is right up your alley. It's called Lala's. It's a dive bar. It was also featured on that show, Anthony Bourdain, No Reservations, when he went down there.
Okay.
It was that Christmas-themed bar.
Oh,
yeah.
Why is it at my alley? Wouldn't it be at my mom's alley?
Well, it's up your alley, too, because you both really like decorating for Christmas. Not to the extent that your mom does, but you do.
I never said I liked it. I do it.
If you didn't like it, you wouldn't do it.
True.
Sort of.
We're talking about
those who don't like it, half-ass it.
Mom gives us a bunch of crap, and I have to stick it out and then take pictures and show it to her.
You don't have to.
Well, if I don't, then
just do one wall. Be like, there it is. Thanks, Mom.
I mean, look what I did with the Easter stuff. I've had that out for 4 months.
Mom gives us crap. How much of it do you think I put up?
None of it.
Yeah. Anyway, the place is decorated with Christmas decorations year-round. I really don't know the reason why or how that bar actually decided to go with that as their permanent theme. But I just thought it was worth mentioning.
Would be real good friends with my mom because their house is decorated for Christmas year-round.
Yeah, the thing is I told Mom, I was like, you should totally turn this into like a tea, like a place to go and have tea or coffee and have some food. She goes, I am not doing that.
I'm not doing that.
I am not doing that.
Well, why not? I want people in my house. Anyway, after that we went to the Yellow Rose and actually stayed there till 3 o'clock in the morning. So my buddies were kind enough to give me no, they didn't give me a lap dance, but pay for me to have a lap dance done for me. And I don't know, man. I don't know if it's my age or just the whole experience. This was my first time actually in one of those adult establishments in 10 years. And the last time I was in one, it was actually before I met you, Sushi.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, it was the lodge in Dallas.
Is there any video of this blessed event?
No, there is not, because we were not, for obvious reasons, cameras are not allowed in there.
Ah, true.
Some bull crap.
Yeah.
I've actually never been to a strip club.
Strip joint.
Well, I've been to totally nude ones twice.
Girls or boys?
Girls. I've been to the boys one twice, but the girls one was more exciting only because the people I was with was really excited about being there, and they were all girls.
Oh.
So
okay.
It wasn't exciting for me. Like I like to observe things, but I've also been to a swingers club. And I'm not a swinger either, so there's that.
Yeah, you were invited, but you didn't partake.
No, I just kind of watched everything. It was an interesting, an experience. We'll just say that.
Yeah. Now, there are some other things I was going to say about the Yellow Rose the first night. So we actually had our own tables reserved for us in the VIP section. And no, for those that are listening, that does not mean the champagne room. They don't even have one of those there. Anyway, over the intercom, they also said we want to welcome our VIP guests of the Yellow Rose tonight, the Jerry Jonestown Massacre, all the way from Fort Worth, Texas. And they also said, and happy birthday to their good friend RoboTuner.
Oh, so they dedicated a birthday to you.
Yeah.
And you got a lap dance.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, nice.
I actually got a double lap dance. Because the way that works that if you pay $20, they dance for you for one song.
So what was this like? I mean, was like Dustin watching the lap dance?
He's like,
They
yeah.
they were all watching
They're
me.
all standing around like King of the Hill with the beers in the hand, and they're just like, yep. And then that's like,
Anyway, no, I actually got a double lap dance, and the reason I say is because they paid her enough to dance for me for 2 songs in a row instead of just one. That's how it works. Anyway, yeah, like I said, it was funny. And what else was I going to say? Shit, I don't know. I guess it's like the whole experience and the fact that I'm old enough to be most of these chicks' dad is just.
But you don't look like you're old enough to be their dad.
But I am. That's the point.
You look.
No, he looks old enough to be like their older sister.
Oh, kiss off.
Kiss off.
Or piss off.
Being in a strip club really cleaned up his language.
I'm trying to be nice to her. She's had a rough day too. She did all these preparations for my birthday gathering today, which I'll get to. I'm not going to glaze over that. Anyway, so yeah, the Yellow Rose was fun. We actually did have a group picture taken of the 4 of us. Jeremy, the manager there, Dustin's cousin, took one of us on the couch, and they have a lounge. It's on a lounge in the back of the. Okay, well, that's good to know. And if I knew about it at the time, I wouldn't have even inquired. Anyway, we actually did have a picture taken of the 4 of us on the outdoor lounge where people go and smoke cigarettes and whatnot, and it said on the chalkboard in big, bright red letters, "I love big titties."
Yeah, we saw.
Yeah, actually, I had a picture of myself just on it, and then the picture of the 4 of us, and I think Stubbs is kissing Jeff Lord or something like that.
Yeah, that's what made me ask, because I was like, I don't think they just put that in bars. I don't think they put "I love titties."
There you go. The dancer's always looking for older dudes to shack up with.
Oh yeah, well, I don't have the words "sugar daddy" written on my back. That's for sure. That's actually lyrics to my new song called "Dad." I'm old enough to be your dad.
How come I can't find our show?
What do you mean?
I'm on YouTube and I typed in RoboTuner. What's it under?
The RoboTuner.
Oh,
Yeah,
got
one word. That's the name of the channel.
Thank you.
Anyway, yeah, as I said, I'm just gonna go over some of the events. I don't want to give too much away out of respect for my friends, because this was actually their video project. I don't know when it's gonna be edited and published up on YouTube, but
don't talk about what he did. Just talk about the fun stuff you saw.
yeah. So that was night 1, and I only got about maybe 6. What?
I can't find it. I put the RoboTuner.
All one word, no space.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
It's showing up on my feed, so I know it's there.
125 shows. You don't know our fucking YouTube channel. God damn it! What's wrong with you?
I'll throw some people in the garbage.
Oh man. Anyway, I only got about 5-6 hours sleep the first night. Yeah, we went to bed about 4 a.m. Yeah, and it was.
Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. We went to bed about 4 a.m. and I woke up, I think, around 4, 5, 6, around 9:30 or so. I think I was the first one up. And the big reason why we changed our plans from going to originally to Dublin, and then we're gonna hit Stephenville and Toller on the way back this weekend, is because Dustin someone reached out to him for an actual photo shoot. It was actually a dude who wanted to have engagement photos taken with his now fiance. So we went to the venue. Jeff Lord decided to be his photography assistant for the session, so I just hung out with Matt Stubbs and Jeremy for about 2 hours or so, maybe if that. We got some badass street tacos, and we went around the corner to this one brewery, dude, Austin has so many local craft breweries. They're just within a small radius. It's unreal. Way more than we have in Fort Worth. Anyway, this one was called Metropolitan. It was a Bananas Foster Ale, and this was one of the tastiest sweet beers I've had in a long time. It literally tastes like and has the texture of Bananas Foster. Yeah, it has like chocolate bananas, vanilla, cinnamon, some other stuff in it. Anyway, it was super rich but super good at the same time. And after he was done with the photo shoot, we just went around Austin for a little bit and saw some different stuff. Saw a guitar show. Went and looked at some of the, some of the public parks there. And we also got to go underneath the Bat Bridge. This is the bridge that goes across Congress Street and has bats flying out. I took you by that famous sign last night. Oh, okay. I know what you mean by that. Yeah. I don't want to give too much away about our trip. Anyway, so yeah, we saw that. And, we also got some badass barbecue. Dustin's cousin Jeremy, he has a business associate that runs a barbecue joint called Roll and Smoke, and we got some good food from there. And then we decided once the sun started to go down. Okay. We decided once the sun started to go down to check out the nightlife. We started off by hitting just a chill bar and just bullshitting for a little while Dustin edited his photos. And then we decided to hit 6th Street because we thought to ourselves, this is our first time to go to Austin it was my first time in Austin since 2016, and 6th Street was fucking bumping then. So we decided to drive up and down it last night, and amongst other streets that also have a lot of venues and clubs and shit, it was surreal because there was like nothing going on. All the music we heard was just like stuff being played from the PAs, and I think I only heard evidence of one local band, or actually live band actually playing live music. So it was kind of a disappointment. So after we drove around for a little bit, we decided to go back to the Yellow Rose because Jeremy treats us well. He covered our drinks and whatnot, and we thought, yeah, why not? So we spent the rest of the time there at the Yellow Rose, and then and we went to sleep. And then this morning we all kind of slept in because of the time change. It was actually almost noon by the time I woke up, and then after we got going, we made one more stop on the way back from Austin, and that was the former site of the Branch Davidian compound.
Yeah, that came up in the news this week for some reason.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
I wonder why. Well, I've seen video of local news channels that have actually been back to the Branch Davidian site and covered it to show what it looks like now after the siege of Waco. And I knew that it was just a couple buildings here and there, and a memorial in the front that shows the names of the known people that died in the incident. And they have we got to take pictures of a lot of what remains of the original compound too that are still there. And then after that we came home, and then I got to pick up Ainsley, my daughter. First time I've seen her in the last 3 weeks, which is awesome because, like I mentioned before, her whole family came down with COVID, but she and everybody else are in the clear. She tested negative twice. So anyway, I walked in and we celebrated my birthday over here, and I want to talk about some of my gifts. Well, first off, my gift from Sushi over there that she got me a couple days ago. I think I may have talked about my Star Wars Vault books a couple times on here before, which are some of my favorite Star Wars collectibles. They're books that are written by a guy by the name of Daniel Wallace, and they're Vault editions, meaning they all come in these customized cases that open up certain ways and play sound effects whenever you do. And these were two ones that I had no idea about. One of them is called the Smuggler's Run. Yeah. that coincided with the Solo movie from 2018. And there's another there's another one too called the Rebel Files, which actually coincides with the Rogue One movie. Now that one is a special. Now they both have their own cool ways that they open and sound effects that coincide with it. But this one though, you open up the case of it, then you press down on a little button on one side. The top opens up like this for those that are watching the YouTube. And then at the same time, a little mini projector also opens up and it projects the Death Star in a wire frame. And not only that, there's a little knob on the back of the projector that you turn clockwise. And if you do, it actually shows the second Death Star in wire frame. So fucking cool.
It was awesome. I saw it on Facebook Live.
Yeah, I did Facebook Live it a couple days ago.
See, and what I was going to get him was a bike because we're supposed to start riding bikes, right? I thought that would be great for us to get some exercise. But I just happened to be on my old Amazon account, and that's the account that I originally bought all the other vaults on. And it popped up, and I was like, what is this? Because, I didn't think they were going to make any more vaults. And I was like, oh my gosh, and very inexpensive right now. So I bought both of them. Yeah. The original, now I'll tell you, the Sith one that I bought him when we first got together, which I think, 10 years?
Yeah, we were still in the we were still in your old apartment before we moved into the duplex. It was the first birthday that we celebrated while you and I were together, since you and I have been together.
So that one right there, how much did I tell you that they're selling it for now?
Like $500 or more.
Yeah, it's the lowest I saw was $500. The highest I saw was $29.99, like
Wow.
$2,999.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, going backwards a little bit.
Yeah.
I knew I saw on the news that the ATF actually tweeted a reminder of government disaster in 1993 Waco siege.
Oh.
It was kind of odd that y'all went there and I saw that news in my news feed.
Yeah.
I don't know why all of a sudden ATF wanted to remind us of that, but
I don't know. Is it like a anniversary for something?
1993, no.
What month in 1993?
Well, even if it is, only
28 years.
28 years.
Oh yeah, that'd be a weird anniversary.
Yeah, it would be. Anyway. So yeah, those were some awesome gifts that I got. And I also got a couple other things too that your son bought me. For one, he bought me a pedal board, which was awesome. And enough for my new setup for the jet noise. And he got me something else that I asked for too. I didn't think he'd get me both of these things. He bought me a piece of plexiglass that's mounted to a cymbal arm, and you attach it to your mic stand. It's so whenever I start gigging out again, I'll bring it with me. Because I imagine that since we're still in this pandemic, the clubs they still enforce social distancing, masks and all that, but only for those that are the patrons and the employees. And when you're on stage, they don't make you keep wearing the mask even if you're singing. So considering that, and to be a little bit more health conscious, I bought that because, if it makes the audience and the club feel better, for those that are still concerned about it, it's a win-win situation.
Are you trying to fill the Daft Punk void? Get you a little plexiglass, cover your face up.
Oh, it's not that close, man. You can adjust it. No, I wouldn't want to play with a helmet on. That would be awkward. Yeah, plus I'd have to have one of those little lavalier mics up there, and that was in the helmet itself. And I just think about rubbing it up against other stuff and making a lot of noise, especially if I move around a lot, which I do.
This is a dumb question.
On stage.
I'm on a different computer. What was the name of the email I created for our show?
robotuner2020@gmail.com.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. What's wrong with you? You created it. Anyway. Is there something I'm forgetting?
You got...
As far as my birthday stuff?
Yeah, did you say what they got you?
They much.
Well, they got me a card and some cash. They actually were going to get me a Guitar Center gift card, but they couldn't find one, which is okay. I actually need new strings anyway. I need to replace the ones on my Rick over there. My Rickenbacker bass. Anyway, I'll save the rest of the of the good stuff for for the Austin trip. But that's most of the stuff that we did, guys. Oh yeah, there's one other thing in music and / video game news that I wanted to mention before we move on. Apparently, there's going to be a new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game that's coming out, and it's in the vein of the original arcade one that Konami did in 1989. And guess who's singing the original theme version of the theme song?
Okay.
Mike Patton from Faith No More.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. There's actually a YouTube video of it. I saw it on one of my gamer pages or a gamer groups that I'm part of on Facebook a couple days ago.
That's cool.
Yeah. Man, Mike Patton, he's one of those, for lack of a better term, musical virtuosos that to me can do no wrong, or at least for the stuff that he's recorded and put out there.
Well, at least there's not a coinciding Michael Bay movie to go with it.
Oh. Yeah, not this time. I just wanted to bypass the Michael Bay Ninja Turtle movies because to me, they were about, let's see, when did they come out? Like 2014 or so? Yeah, they were like over 20 years too late in my opinion, because I remember whenever I saw the original live-action Ninja Turtles movies where the costumes were done by the Jim Henson Company, I remember whenever the second movie was teased, The Secret of the Ooze, that they were going to feature 2 mutants as the bad guys in that movie. I thought to myself, oh my God, they're going to have Bebop and Rocksteady.
Yep.
And then whenever I saw the movie, I was so disappointed. I'm like, who the fuck is Toka and Razor? I don't care about them.
They couldn't license it, probably.
Yeah, that may have been either that or they just wanted to stay more true to the comics, and maybe they were more pertinent in the comics. I don't know. I never read them.
The movies were a lot darker, so they did follow the comics.
Yeah.
Yeah, and well, some of them did. Then I think one of them came out that was more tuned to the cartoon, but by that time the franchise had already been kind of nuked a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, because Ninja Turtles are owned by Nickelodeon now. The original creators don't even have the rights to them anymore. They're only around to send out copies of the original comics of the ones that they were able to retain.
See, I have this guy who works for me, and he has never seen Star Wars. He has never. In most of the movies or TV shows that I grew up watching, he has no interest in. The only thing he has interested in is Ninja Turtles from the Saturday morning cartoon. And
is that all he talks about, or what?
Yeah, or wrestling. Those are his two go-to things. And I find it off-putting that an IT guy from my generation has never seen Star Wars. I mean, am I wrong?
He's
Yeah. I mean, I can see why you'd feel that way, but I know a lot of people in the IT world that are more sporty than Star Warsy.
This guy is not sporty.
Well, I mean, or even car-oriented. They're more into cars than they are into nerd stuff.
I still find it off-putting.
Well, like my friend...
I feel like writing him up for it.
You should, just for fun.
I thought you said you had no authority, even though you have you're in a management position.
I can write him up, but what does that really mean?
Oh.
I mean, I think it would be funny if you did. Like, stage the whole thing.
I already make him put money in the fart jar.
Does he fart? Well, then he should.
Should what?
If he farts, then he needs to put money in the fart jar.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. That's a no-brainer.
Jesus, man. All right, well, that's all I had, guys.
Hey, that fart jar has bought us lunch multiple times.
How many times would you estimate? At least 10?
How much money are you having him put in the jar?
Depends on how bad it is.
Oh,
no, jeez.
There's an intensity factor that you have to weigh in, you know?
This is why I'm glad that I'm working from home, at least through the end of this year.
Then you must be throwing $100 bills in there.
No, I don't fart.
Oh,
and if I do, it doesn't smell
fart.
bad.
Oh, I don't believe that at all.
And if you do, it doesn't smell bad.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
I
Not at
have
work.
heard you on numerous occasions. Numerous.
Look, I can't help what happens to me when I eat that sugar-free crap. Somebody got me sugar-free Twizzlers. And if you eat more than 4, you might as well sign the rest of your day off.
That bad, huh?
Well, that's like the gummy bears. If you eat like a
It's the
handful,
same
you're-
exact thing as the
you're-
gummy bears.
You're lost for the day. You might as well just set up camp.
It's not even. It's just the massive gas you get from that sugar-free stuff. I'd just rather not eat it. Even though it tastes just like the real candy, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
It tricks you. It draws you in, and you're eating it, and you're like,
Tricks
this is
you,
good.
motherfucker.
This is good for you because it's not sugar. And then you eat it.
Yeah.
Then it's not good for you anymore.
Crazy.
I could air up a car tire after I eat more than 4 Twizzlers.
Yay.
Well, yeah, but that tire would suck butt.
TMI.
Well, you should get a part-time job at Discount Tire then.
I could. All I have to do is get, yes, Twizzlers make me fart. The sugar-free Twizzlers make me fart. Regular Twizzlers don't.
That's going to be a drop. I got to say that for a future intro.
I don't know why we're talking about this.
Sugar-free
Shut
gummy
up.
bear. I want to be real clear on this. Regular gummy bears are okay. You should read the comments
Yeah.
on the sugar-free gummy bears.
For real.
Go to Amazon, go look for sugar-free gummy bears, and just enjoy the comment section.
Also look for televisions that are over $10,000.
$10,000. Yeah.
Read those comments.
That is gold.
Gold right there.
It's been a couple of years, but
Yeah.
man. You think the show was made of 14 karat gold.
Yeah.
All right. So Thunder K, you got any new video games that you've been playing
yeah.
this week? Or at least
Well,
new to you?
They're new to me. Epic has just released another free game back on last Thursday, which will run all the way till this Wednesday, which is March 18th at 10 a.m. It's called Surviving Mars, and it's basically a Sim City type game with. And I know you're shaking your head. I haven't played it.
I'll tell you why I'm shaking my head.
I
when you're
just
done.
talk about it. Anyway, I haven't played it yet, but I read all about it, and it's basically a SimCity game that's set on Mars, where you basically have to fight for survival, but it's like a planning game like SimCity.
Okay, so here's why I huffed. I think I would probably like playing that game. I huffed because I can't keep up with all these games. I want to play them all.
Yeah.
But I'm really still stuck in
Valheim?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still playing Valheim. Valheim is still a good game.
So I think I have a theory as far as why Epic chose this game to be the free one of the week. You guys heard about the Land Rover that's actually touched down on Mars this
Yes.
last week?
Yes.
I think they may be secretly recruiting city designers and watching their activity in this game, so they can recruit them to actually work for Tesla or
It's
SpaceX.
Possible. I don't think that judging by the technology in this game, I'm not sure that that's something that they will be implementing on Mars. But
Well, I mean, like maybe not soon, but they it's possible their wheels could already be turning.
Yeah.
As far as if we actually can start colonizing Mars, or at least building in the next, say, 20, 30 years or so, what are some of the things that we would want to put up there first?
so yeah, that would be one way to do it, is to simulate it out, kind of like what was that movie from the 80s where they recruited that kid who was really good at the Last Starfighter, wasn't it?
What or War Games?
Yeah, I was thinking War Games.
No, War Games wasn't where they recruited somebody.
Well, yeah, the
War
last
Games was when Matthew Broderick kind of hacked into one of their systems and gave them gave the computer
a virus or something.
Well, kind of a game to play.
Oh yeah,
or thought it was a game,
and it was actually a real life scenario, or it turned out to be one. Yeah.
No, I think the Last Starfighter is the one I'm talking about. He was playing an upright table.
Yeah, arcade game. Yeah,
arcade game, and he had the highest score, so they recruited him into the whatever it was.
Yeah, into the.
It's been years since I've seen that movie, but
into the Galactic Navy or whatever it was. So yeah, that was a great movie for the time, I thought.
This would make a really good story. You know, somebody sitting there playing this SimCity game, and they're like, "Come with us. We need to put you on Mars."
It's almost like a precursor to Ready Player One to me, because it's both
they're both movies about people that really like video games, and they're both recognized by those people that make and or that actually represent the people in that video game to be some part of something more grandiose than what they're doing in real life.
Yep. Well, Armada was kind of like that other Ernest Cline book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a shame that Ready Player 2 you said was kind of lackluster for.
I wasn't happy
compared to the
with
first
it.
one.
I really wasn't happy with it. They went a completely. If you just would have stayed on course, maybe rooting out the rest of the evil corporations or something like that, that'd have been one thing. But they didn't go that direction. I don't want to ruin it for people who want to read it, but I didn't like it.
It's ruined for me.
You weren't going to read it anyway.
You're right.
But did you enjoy the movie for what it was, though?
The first one, yeah. I don't know if they're going to come up with the second one, but
I don't know. I don't know how much of a commercial box office success the Ready Player One movie was.
I think it barely. I think it did okay. I don't think it was
like a substantial profit, or
no. I'm not sure it's going to make enough for them to go, well, let's do a second one with Prince.
Yeah, with Prince. Oh, yeah, that's right. You told me about that Prince makes a cameo in hologram form.
Well, they have a whole planet.
Or digital form.
They have a whole planet dedicated.
That's right. That's right. You told me that. Jeez. I don't know how I feel about that, honestly, because it hasn't been that long since he's died. Only
I like Prince.
5 years.
I just, the way they did that was really just weird. It was just weird.
Yeah. All right. So I think it's time for...
Well, hold on. I just want to...
Are you really going to say something? You're just trying to get a rise out of me like last week.
I said something last week.
yeah, he did. He said
Oh, anyway.
Yeah.
I finished... Let's see. I finished Hunter x Hunter, and then I started Demon Slayer, and I thought...
Oh, yeah. Demon Slayer's good.
I thought, I'll be on this for a while.
Ainsley and I watched that.
That is one season, and it was over quick.
Yeah.
That was such a good anime. And so I'm still watching Attack on Titan with Alex, but we have to kind of... He's been working a lot lately, so we only get to watch it when he's home, because that's what we do. Anyway, and so I have other animes that I try to watch, when he's not around. Oops. And the one I chose was Black Clover after Demon Slayer. Have you seen Black Clover?
No, I haven't, because to me it's just like a medieval magical-based version of the equivalent of My Hero Academia.
No.
I got that Ainsley and I watched the first episode, and that's the impression we got, because we were already pretty heavily into My Hero Academia and we hadn't caught up. And we're like, okay, this seems interesting, but we only want to watch one of these types of shows right now.
I think that it's better, honestly. I'm not a huge fan of My Hero Academia. I've seen them all. But this one's kind of interesting because it's not, first of all, they're not in school, so that helps.
I thought they were in Magic Academy or something like that.
No, they're not.
Oh, okay.
They're
teenagers, though, the main
guilds.
characters are.
They're in guilds where they do work.
Oh, okay.
So it's one guy who has magical ability and one guy who was born without it. And this is a world full of people with magical ability, and it's unheard of for a guy to be born without magic skills. And so he has other skills that it's really kind of a neat show if you ever get a chance to watch it. Black Clover.
Black Clover.
Okay.
I sat down with Sushi and we watched a couple episodes, and it's funny. It's a typical anime. You have to do your best, try real hard, and seems to be a recurring theme amongst all the animes. But
yeah,
there's a couple of animes that are supposed to have already been released for the second season that I've got to watch. That Markham got me started on. I can't remember their names, but one of them was about a bunch of kids in they were orphans, and they're all in a orphanage.
Oh, The Promised Neverland.
Yeah, The Promised Neverland.
Yeah, I was looking into that. Yeah.
It's
on Hulu.
It's really good. And what was the other one? There's another one.
Was it about that dude that keeps dying over and over again?
Yes.
Yeah, you watched that one before you started your new job, didn't you? ReZero, that's right.
So good.
Well, when I get caught up on this one, I'll probably jump on those two.
I think you'll like ReZero. Now, The Promised Neverland is very dark.
Mm-hmm.
It's
As dark as Attack on Titan.
Mm-hmm. God dang. Oh yeah, it's pretty bad. Pretty bad.
I can't say that's probably darker than Attack on Titan.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the subject matter is darker. I'll tell you that for sure. 100%.
Well, do you get used to a certain member of the cast? Because you can't get used to anybody on Attack on Titan.
I mean, you do and
you
don't.
do.
You do and you don't.
Do they die like in 5 seconds?
No.
After meeting them?
No.
There
Okay.
is character development for them, and then...
Well, there's no character development in Attack on Titan. Nobody's there long enough.
Like you root for somebody and then...
Yeah, that's what it is. That when you root for someone, they're developing a character, and you recognize that, and you're like, oh...
Oh, you don't even get that in Attack on
like,
Titan.
You're like, oh, I can't wait to see where they go. And they're dead.
Right. You get invested, though.
Oh, look,
right?
this group of badass people. Oh, they're
Yeah.
Looks like
Okay, looks like they're not so badass after all. Oh, shit.
Well, Deus Ex Machina over here just killed them all.
Yeah.
dead.
So
When is the lead gonna stop crying? Why doesn't he get eat?
I know. I listened to it through Discord when I was online with y'all. I was like, man, why is that guy always crying?
Oh, you can say, you know what? Honestly, My Hero Academia, same way,
it's
same
worse.
exact way. Veggie Goku,
Veggie Goku.
just
Midoriya.
cries.
Izuku Midoriya.
Just cries the entire time, and you're like,
Bakugo.
after 67 episodes of it, you're like, when's this kid gonna stop crying?
He's like,
Deku.
I've got to become
Can
stronger.
he do one badass thing? Just one.
Yes.
Can he just one? He
Okay.
never does.
I will say the movie fight was pretty good.
I didn't see the
But
movie.
he still got his butt
Two
kicked.
heroes.
He had to give his power to
Yeah.
somebody else.
Ooh.
It's okay. It's not pertinent to the core story, so.
Yeah. That was a pretty bad fight though.
Badass fight.
That's not a reveal, by the way.
Oh, okay.
No.
And you know what? The new one, the what is it? Black Clover?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that because there isn't anybody in there crying. Okay. but one of the lead characters yells a lot. I mean, he's so excited.
That's all he does is yell.
So excited.
But you got to have one,
Yeah.
right? In every anime, there's always one guy who's just always yelling,
And always excited.
always excited.
Oh, there's always the one that's like, you're gonna be a man this, man that,
Yeah.
man. I'm
And
like,
he's in there. Yeah, we
Yeah,
have him
he's
too.
already in there.
oh,
Be a man.
yeah.
So anyway, that's all. I just wanted to share that.
Okay. All right. So now it is time for sushi news.
Sushi News, your source of news, where she finds a bunch of sources on the internet and prays to God they're relevant. And they might be factual, but we don't know.
Nor do
Way
we
to know.
care.
Nor do we care. Sushi News. There you go.
This out of Berlin.
Sushi go.
Berlin.
German police say they have solved a 9-year-old burglary after DNA found on a half-eaten piece of sausage matched that of a man detained in France over an unrelated crime.
Was it Ted Cruz?
Police in the western town of Schwelm
Schwelm.
said
Yep.
Thursday that the sausage belonged to the victim and the suspect, a 30-year-old Albanian
Wait.
citizen.
This just went dark.
Was it a regular size sausage?
It was German sausage.
That's an inside joke from this week.
Was the sausage named Herman? Did he only have one eye?
It did
was-
not. It doesn't tell me any of these things that you're asking.
Go on.
A
Sorry.
30-year-old Albanian citizen appeared to have helped him to a bite during March 2012 break-in. It wasn't clear what type of sausage, known in Germany as Wurst, the burglar had nibbled through. Police said it was a hard variety, so it was a hard sausage.
I'm sure that's the worst
Oh.
case they've had in a long time.
Do you think somebody was visiting from Florida?
I have no idea. I don't know. Investigators were recently alerted that French police had taken a matching DNA sample from a man involved in a violent crime. But Schwelm police said the suspect remains free, and in the worst case, he may escape punishment. The statute of limitations on the burglary had expired, meaning he will likely not be extradited to Germany.
Extradited from where?
So, France.
France.
Hmm.
Yeah. So basically, he bit this guy's wiener, and that's how he got found out.
That poor
Yep.
Wow.
Worst.
Now that's the second story that I've heard come out of your mouth about that.
That's one
Somebody
of the-
biting somebody else's wiener.
That's one of the
what's
worst
first
stories
one?
I've heard.
Somebody that you knew in real life.
Oh shit! I gotta tell this story.
You've told it before on here.
I've told it on here.
Yeah, I think so, but tell it again.
Okay, so my ex-husband, I had a friend, okay, and I'm not
wait. Is
saying
this one of my friends?
not gonna say her name because
Was it Shelly?
She's like her Voldemort,
Yeah,
the person
this
she's
is-
talking about.
Oh.
you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I don't remember her name.
All right, so my ex-husband and I were friends throughout the years before he died, right? And so, I mean, we got along. We just weren't meant to be together. So, my friend and him, they both decided they wanted to date each other. Asked my permission. I was like, I don't care. Fine.
Fuck buddies.
Great. Well, he kind of got sick of her shit because she was fucking bananas. I watched her.
Now,
turn
have you
herself-
actually seen her fuck bananas?
I don't know. No,
Given
I
the
haven't.
stories you've told about this person, I wouldn't put it past her.
Well, anyway, I
Yes.
one day I went to a club with her and her boyfriend, and she would be like, 1 second she'd be all about him, all over him. The next minute she'd turn her back to him and she would ignore him. And I mean, within minutes of each other, she did this. I want to say 10 times. And I'm like, I don't know what that is, but I don't want to be that in a relationship with anybody. I was like, that's crazy. And she would do it to every guy that she dated. So I was like, and she did things like that to me too. But, you know, like we never did those things, you know. But anyway, long story short, I stopped being friends with her. But in this case, when she decided to date my ex-husband, he got sick of her shit. And he asked me to come pick him up because we lived in the same apartment complex. And I said, yeah, sure, I'll come pick you up. So he comes out of the house. He's pissed. She comes right after him, tries to stop him, gets down on her knees and bites his wee-wee through his pants. And he goes, she bit me. She bit my penis. I can't believe it. And he gets in the car. He's screaming at like girly screaming. And he gets in the car and I just tell Christine,
You said the name.
Oh, you got to block it out.
Oh.
I'll call you later.
All right.
I'll call you later is what I told her. And so.
She's going to show up in the
yeah,
chat.
she is. And so anyway,
God.
it was funny and it was not funny. It was crazy. I don't know what happened. I don't know what went down. I just know that, wow, she bit his penis.
Oh,
They all happen in front of you.
All happened in front of me. If I hadn't seen it, I wouldn't have believed it.
So kind of like that. I don't know if it's true or not, but you know, to become the alpha dog, you have to bite their ear.
I don't know.
Was she trying to become the alpha dog?
Shit, if I know. She had some really unique ways of keeping a man. That's for sure.
Well, biting the penis probably isn't going to be one of them.
No.
Entrapment.
All right.
Fuck them kind of bitches.
So I found a story earlier, and I can't get it to come back up, about Minecraft is looking for people who know how to do landscaping, and they're hiring landscapists to do Minecraft gardening.
That doesn't make any sense to me. It's like to design my landscaping textures for like
I
Yeah.
have no idea.
DLC or something.
It just says a British website that reviews garden sheds posted a job listing for an unusual $70 per hour position, Minecraft gardening consultant.
Well, Mahjong is owned by Microsoft, so they got that kind of capital to expend upon.
But I don't see the article. It just when I click on it to go read the article, it's a blank page. So
Oh,
So that's newsworthy or no?
I just think that whole idea of being hired to do landscaping in Minecraft is kind of cool. $70 an hour.
Yeah.
Sign me up to play a video game all day long.
Well, usually if they're going to charge $70 an hour, they probably don't need them for too long.
Well, that's true too.
Yeah, it's probably a contract position.
Yeah.
It's probably like, yeah, we just need them for maybe an hour or two. $150 for 2 hours worth of work. It's
Are you
not bad.
serious? I fucking quit my corporate job for this.
Right. So
Damn.
that's
Lost all my
that's
benefits and everything.
That's all the news I have.
That's all the news. Oh, so that means it's time for conspiracies.
So this week's conspiracy.
Wait. Sorry. Before you go into this, I got some feedback on the way back from my trip this weekend. And the feedback was they asked why you don't actually give your actual take on these conspiracies, or if you're just taking this of the mindset to where you just want to talk about the conspiracy theory and you want people to make up their own minds.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I just want people to make their own minds up. I don't want to influence anybody. I try to stay neutral about it, so that, or I don't want it either way. I don't want to influence anybody to go, oh yeah, she's right. Oh, this is great, blah, blah, blah. And I don't want to influence somebody to say, oh, this is terrible. I don't believe anything she's saying. So I just want to put it out there like it's a story, and you have the ability to believe whatever you want. And either way, it's okay.
Okay. Very well said. Go on.
Okay. So this week, the conspiracy theory is a cashless society. So
this is pertinent to what I was talking about earlier.
Well, I had already come up with this. That's why when I brought it up, you brought up what you brought up.
Yeah, about how a lot of the local shops and eateries in Austin, a lot of them just did card only. Some no cash.
So I work for a company where most of the people are in California. There's only a handful of us in Texas. And I was like, one of them told me that the dispensaries only take cash because it is a federal, you're breaking federal law by buying marijuana, right? But they've legalized it in states, and the only way that you can actually buy marijuana is if you go and pay cash for it. So you have to go and pay cash at the dispensaries for marijuana. So we had a conversation about, oh, you have to have cash. Like, it was taboo to have cash and go into a store with cash. So I did some research because I thought that's odd. And I found out that there are the majority of the stores in California are not accepting cash. And I was like, why aren't they accepting cash? And then when you came back from Austin, you said there were a lot of places that weren't accepting cash.
Well, of the ones that I saw, yeah.
Yeah.
And just one brief snippet I wanted to say here. Whenever we got change at the Yellow Rose on our second night, they gave Dustin like a handful of $2 bills. I thought that was super unusual.
That's cool.
Yeah, and they were fresh too. And I didn't think the Mint was printing them anymore.
Fresh $2 bills. Interesting. Yeah. So with that being said, COVID-19 sparked rumors that it was triggering a cashless society. During COVID-19, we had a coins shortage because people were saying that the Mint wasn't printing any more coins. That's not true. Just FYI, they still are printing coins.
Okay.
And that the media was attacking cash. Like, why are you using cash? You just should use your card. And this is also a biblical subject because...
How's that?
Because in the Bible somewhere, a couple of people have said that cash will no longer be accepted. You will have the mark of the beast, and you will making transactions through the mark of the beast or something to that effect. Just some guy was spouting this off on the internet, and I was like, that doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand that. So, but what truly conspiracy is happening is that they're saying the stores are not going to be accepting cash anymore, and that you will have to pay through your bank account or through a credit card. And this will also allow the government to shut off your accounts and not allow you to spend any kind of money because you won't have any cash because cash no longer exists. And so they can control the society by shutting off their ability to make transactions.
That sounds like a lot of fear-mongering to me, but
yeah,
I mean,
it does to me too.
Technically, they can kind of already do that, but there's a lot of benefits to being cashless. For one, if I'm a store owner and there is a lot of counterfeit bills that are going through the system right now, I know
counterfeit bills have always existed ever since the first bills were printed, I'm sure.
Right, but even with the measures that they've taken to make the bills more secure, they're still getting through somehow. Like banks are handing out counterfeit bills.
He asked for the $2 bills, sir. That's what he said, right?
And
there?
they're in
Yeah,
sequential
yeah, I saw that. They were
Okay.
in sequential order.
So
Yeah, I just thought that was interesting.
with that being said, and you know, one thing that you have to think about, especially during a pandemic, is one of the ways that germs can be spread around quite easily is through the exchange of currency. And
Yeah.
not only that, but I mean, it's not like if inflation happens or anything like that, it's not like your paper money is going to be worth more or less when the inflation happens.
Right.
So, who says that money is worth something? You know who says that money's worth something? The government. So what does it really matter if, you know, you have this cash all bundled up in a mattress somewhere? They could tomorrow and go, oh, we're no longer accepting the dollar. Now you have Deutsche coin or whatever.
Yeah.
Deutsche Coin.
And so this conspiracy theory doesn't really pan out for me because, you know, those who are sticking dollar bills in the wall, who's to say that dollar bill is going to be worth something tomorrow?
Or in their
Because
vagina.
it's allowing these institutions to exploit the resource. I can't talk today. I'm so sorry. So let me just read to you some of this information that I found. So CNN berated the American people for using cash during the coronavirus. Do not take a bunch of cash out of the bank, rang one headline, and dirty money, the case against using cash during the coronavirus outbreak because it spreads germs.
Okay, I think they may have said that because they didn't want to cause more like hyperinflation.
Yeah,
Right.
that's true.
Because of people panicking. That's my thought. Go
Yeah.
on. Go on.
And then they ran an anti-cash story at the time, as did other mainstream networks.
Yeah.
More recent stories, however, have pivoted to feigned concern about the growing suspicion of an impending digital coup against paper and coined money. It's always fascinating to see how the media manipulates emotions, giving us something to be outraged about one day and trying to calm us down the next day by trying to convince us we're outraged about the wrong thing. It's a concern of some that all money would become traceable, which could be the case, but also could be avoided if systems were designed to provide privacy. And that's a big if. So there's no privacy either. So if I don't want the government to know everything about my money, at that point I wouldn't have a choice. They'd have to know everything. Like there's nothing.
Look, unless you are willing to turn all your money into gold and keep the gold,
Yeah.
there is no way for you to make any changes that the government doesn't authorize, right? Like,
Right.
If you have a $20 bill in your pocket, look at Venezuela. Those people were stuffing money in their mattresses. Their money's not worth nothing right now.
No.
Yeah, that's true.
So
I feel so bad for
what
the
I
people
don't
of that country.
understand is like, okay, why is everybody so afraid of going away from paper money? Because that paper money is just reassurance that you own that much money. It's not, it's not actual value. There's no value unless the United States says it has value.
You got to consider the other classes though, Kenneth, like the poor and the homeless. A lot of them don't have digital devices where they can actually.
I'm not arguing that point. I mean, you have a really good point there. And as of right now, the paper currency is worth something. But if they were going to roll out something like that, it's not going to be something that we have a choice in the matter.
Right.
Okay. So the biggest thing would be big banks and financial institutions would reap obvious benefits. Beyond
that's a
saving
given.
on the cost of transacting in coins and paper as well as transporting them, a cashless world would also give these institutions a new resource to exploit, and they would have that much more data to collect in bulk on their customers. And it was just last year that Bank of America CEO Brian Moynihan said, we want a cashless society. So the big banks want a cashless society.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
Dustin, my point with the gold is that, right, the money is not backed by gold as of, Franklin Delano Roosevelt taking us off the gold standard.
Yeah.
But you can purchase gold right now, and at least gold is inflation proof.
Mm-hmm.
It's always going to be worth something because it's rare.
Yeah.
Rare metals always will.
Yeah, and he also commented that this would be an easier way for the banks to roll out universal, or countries to roll out universal income.
It says there is no downside to a cashless society for its fiercest proponents. They aren't worried about finding a side hustle or working for tips. They aren't kids trying to mow a lawn or who are otherwise priced out or regulated out of the market by minimum wage and child labor laws. And the big players thrive in heavy top-down regulatory regimes. The smaller ones who might moderately improve their standing, like freelancers or startup entrepreneurs, are often reliant on the freedom that cash provides, which is true. So think of it like intern Alex. He's trying to be a waiter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cashless society, he's going to get his tips on credit cards, which he will also then have to report every penny
As
of
income, yeah.
Well, you're supposed to anyway.
Yep.
Even if you don't, you're supposed to.
Yep.
Yeah. A lot of servers don't, though, which is a way that they can bring home more.
Yeah.
I'm
Same with hairstylists too that get cash tips.
See, I don't care either way if we have cash or no have cash. My point really is
Straight out of low cash.
we don't really have a
Motherfucking
choice
gusto.
in the matter, and we can vote people in who we think will keep our best interests in mind, but that's rarely ever happened.
Yeah.
Being honest, everybody seems to go with the corporate flow when they get up into office, but and you could say the same for anybody. Trump was in with Citibank, and I think Biden is in with J.P. Morgan, or vice versa. I can't remember which is which, but they both had corporate people backing them, and that's not going to change.
Yeah.
But when you say that going from cash to not cash is some type of conspiracy, we really don't have a choice. If they decide tomorrow that the dollar isn't worth anything, which really, and honestly, it's not worth anything.
Well, I don't think that they would decide that the dollar is not worth anything. I think that they would just filter out the paper money until there was no more paper money.
Our money is backed in petrol.
Mm-hmm.
Petrol currencies.
Yeah.
And if that were ever to die, which is, with the whole Green New Deal thing, then you're talking, what resource are we going to go to then?
I don't know.
Who knows?
But anyway, if you are for or against a cashless society, just think about how forward we are progressing with this. A lot of the major cities are no longer accepting cash. So there you are.
All right.
And that's all I had for conspiracy theories today.
Well, cool.
Awesome.
So does that mean we're ready for Stump the Robotuna? That's something. Wait. Something I just realized for those that are on the live feeds. We are all wearing black.
Nice.
Every single one of us.
We are. It's Black Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't there a song called that?
No, it's
Or-
Sunday.
Oh, no. That's
Bloody
a Cypress
Sunday.
Hill album. That's right. That's where Insane in the Brain came from. Black Sunday.
There's also
Insane in the Brain.
a historic day.
That sounded
also
like,
called Black Tuesday.
Oh, yeah. Sounded like Randy Savage instead of Sen and Rise.
Step
Then.
into a Slim Jim.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, my throat is dry.
Y'all are out of control. All right.
God, you should have seen me this weekend. Or us.
So I have questions,
I'm sure you do. I'll tell you more about a trip off mic.
and you'll have to guess the answers.
Okay.
Number 1. Oscar the Grouch used to be a different color. What was it?
Robotuner.
Mm-hmm.
Was it brown?
No.
Shit. I thought he was.
No, that's not what the color of it is. Though.
Thunder K, blue.
No.
Alex the Intern, orange.
Yes.
Oh.
Why orange?
I'm not sure, but I remember seeing the pictures of it.
Okay.
Is it because they spilled orange soda on him?
No, he originally started out as an orange color, but Jim Henson decided to make him green before the second season of Sesame Street. And he said, so basically the explanation was he said he went on vacation to the very damp swamp, mushy, muddy, and turned green overnight.
That's hilarious. That's right. I was thinking
Nice.
about one of the other Grouches that was one of his friends. And then, of course, there was Grungetta, and she was green.
You mean Animal?
No, not Animal. There was actually... Oscar wasn't the only Grouch that appeared on Sesame Street, him and Grungetta. There was another one that was brown. That's who I was thinking of.
I remember Grungetta.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he was the people on Sesame Street used to tease him like, "Yeah, is she your girlfriend?" He's like, "Well, she's a girl and she's my friend, but she's not my girlfriend."
That's cool.
That was brought up on an episode. I remember.
What candy bar that is currently being sold in stores today used to be split into 3 pieces with 3 different flavors, vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry, and changed during World War II?
Oh shit! I don't know this one.
Thunder K Kit Kat?
No.
Good guess though. Good guess though. So you said just candy bar and like a chocolate bar or anything?
And it was 3 different pieces, and the 3 pieces were vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry.
Oh, dang it. I know what it is. If y'all don't get this, y'all are idiots. I didn't get it first.
So are you like a mega idiot then?
Okay. Robotuner?
Uh-huh.
Neapolitan?
No.
Well, that's
What candy bar is that?
I don't know. I never heard of this before.
Well, it's
It's a current
I know.
candy bar that is chocolate.
I know.
I know what
That
it
is being sold right now, but it used to be
3 bars and 3
flavors
separate flavors. Yeah.
and 3 bars.
Yeah, I don't know.
God, if you can't get this. I want another attempt, even though I know the score won't count.
Okay, okay.
Alex the Intern Toblerone?
No.
All right.
3 Musketeers.
Correct.
Oh, that makes sense.
I didn't know it used to be 3
She
different
kept-
flavors.
She was even like, her eyes were crazy eyes with the 3.
I was like,
3 colors. 3. And I was like, oh.
See, that makes sense from the
Yeah.
from a marketing standpoint in the original concept of it. Now it's just like namesake only.
You know, I'm pretty sure I've had like a different flavored Musketeer though before, like other than just the nougat and chocolate. I
They
think I've had, like,
have
strawberry.
made other flavors in them for limited times. That is true. Yeah. Thanks, Mars. Fuckers.
Hey,
douchebag.
Dustin said Neapolitan.
He did.
Oh.
I didn't see that. I was like, Neapolitan, what candy bar is that?
Well, I was thinking maybe there was a candy bar that then influenced the ice cream. Yeah.
All right.
Because it's the same flavors.
Frederick Bauer invented this can, and when he passed away in 2008, his ashes were buried in one.
Thunder K, the coffee can?
No.
Alex, did you want to guess?
What is that? You know, it's like that. It's one of those like little cans full of like the gummy, the silly snakes. It's like you open it, it just like pops out those little.
Are you
like-
just talking, or did you want to take a guess?
Never mind.
I'm just asking. I have no idea.
Is it peanut brittle?
No.
A monkey in a barrel.
Pringles can.
Oh. Why would you put your ashes in the can that you made?
Oh, I
That's
just
so
got sent
wacky.
this. There was also a candy bar, I don't know if it's still around, called Candy Farm 3-Color Coconut that also has chocolate, vanilla, and
Oh, that
strawberry.
was one piece. And yes, I used to eat those. We used to
I
eat
never
those
heard
when
of this
we were
before.
kids. Oh, they're so good. So good.
Okay.
So
So
this
what was
guy
he-
was buried in the same can that you can turn into one of those
Fleshlights.
fleshlights.
What?
Yes.
2 sponges and a rubber glove.
2 sponges, latex glove, and lube.
No, the name of the material is called Florp.
Florp?
Yeah.
Flarp.
Florp. I thought it was Florp.
No, it's flarp.
Well,
Okay.
Well, anyway.
Because you can stick your
You're
fingers
surprisingly
in it.
knowledgeable about how to make a fleshlight out of a Pringles.
Well,
No,
her
no,
son
no.
used to have one.
I know what flarp is. You can stick your fingers in it and it makes fart noises.
Oh, kind of like Gak. You remember that?
Yeah, it's like gack, and it also eats metal. Just FYI, because it ate a watch I had. So there's because Markham left it in my jewelry.
Oh, it ate a watch you had?
I just
Yes.
don't want to know what to think.
What was the
about-
watch made of? Was it metal?
He left his fleshlight in
No,
your jewelry
he
box.
was-
I don't
He
understand the
was
story.
like 7.
He had a
okay?
fleshlight at 7?
No.
What is he doing with a fleshlight
Oh
at
my
7?
God.
That was long before me. Don't look at
Hey.
me for any kind of
Hey,
influence
that's
for that.
that's bad. That's bad.
Did he get it from a friend?
Oh my gosh! If he did, it'd be your son.
Wait, were you the friend?
Oh.
Not this one, the older one.
I'm the
That
good
doesn't
one.
surprise me.
Right.
Nice.
Anyway. Okay.
Yes.
In the 1980s,
Ha.
Pablo Escobar's Medellin cartel was spending $2,500 a month on this to hold all their cash.
It's got to be something unconventional, so it wouldn't be so obvious. No, I don't know if this is I doubt this is seriously covered in the movie Below.
I don't even know the story behind this, so
to hold $2,500 a month to hold this in cash. RoboTuner.
Uh-huh.
A safety deposit box.
No. No.
I don't know. I just guessed.
Sushi's man hands.
Ew.
Oh, what?
No. I wish. $2,500 a month, I'll hold some money.
Alex Antern, a dog.
No. A dog.
A dog.
How about rubber bands, guys? Come on now.
That's to
Oh, it's like okay.
to hold the bills together, not to store.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought you were talking about like.
I was,
like
I was thinking about storage. Okay.
These are trick questions.
Okay. Yeah, that one was tricky.
Like drug mules. Like that's what I was thinking.
Damn these fuckers with these questions.
Douchebags.
Fucking retards.
Monkey lovers.
Look behind you. A three-headed monkey lover.
Nice. Wait,
Which song by Johnny Cash was penned by this children's author Shel Silverstein?
RoboTuner. Folsom Prison Blues.
I'm sorry. No.
Thunder K, I Walk the Line.
No.
That's really
Alex Antern, Big Iron.
No. It's called A Boy Named Sue.
Shel Silverstein wrote that?
Mm-hmm.
I love that song. It's hilarious. It even holds up today.
Which ice cream company learned how to make ice cream by taking a $5 correspondence course offered by Penn State?
Thunder K, Ben and Jerry.
Correct.
Well, they're based in Vermont, and Penn State, they will be the closest. I mean,
You think
they'd be the
that's why
closest
he knew the
company
answer?
to them. Yeah.
I
I didn't think I didn't think it was gonna be Bluebell. That would have been my default answer.
I know you did.
What?
I said I pulled that name out of my ass.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh.
She's like, oh my God, he's so smart.
No, I was like, how did he know that? Did he research freaking Ben and Jerry? What's going on?
No, that would be you.
Yeah, that would be. All right. Eminem.
Hey, wait! I have a joke.
Wrong.
So, why wouldn't why does Hannibal Lecter avoid eating Ben and Jerry? Because he'd go straight. Because he'd go straight for their thighs. Jay Leno told that joke years ago whenever the movie came out.
That is a terrible joke.
That's not mine. It's Jay Leno's.
I told my wife the other day she came home and she was really proud of this mask she was wearing. And it was beige. And I said, honey, you should really rethink that mask. And she goes, why? And I said, because you look like Hannibal Lecter. And she did. I mean, the mask was beige and it had that weird thing in the front. And I was like,
it puts the lotion
She's
on
going
the
to start
skin.
having some sort of a...
Put some lotion on it. She thought it was hilarious. She went to work and she was telling...
I look like Hannibal Lecter
I look
today.
like... My husband said I look like Hannibal Lecter.
All right, one more joke before we move on. How do you get a prostitute? How do you keep a prostitute from running away? Shoot her again in the back.
That's fucked up.
That's an old joke that I share between my friends.
Is that a shooter with what?
A gun.
Oh.
All right, next question.
Eminem stands for what?
RoboTuner? Mars and Miller?
No.
Damn. All right, are you going to take a stab at it?
Malts and marijuana.
No.
You didn't say your name.
Oh, it's not, that answer technically doesn't count then.
Oh, it does count.
No.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
get
it
negative
does.
one.
No.
Thunder K, milk and mayonnaise.
No. Mars and Murray's.
Mars and Murray.
What the
Oh,
fu-
I knew Mars was one of them. Yeah, because M&Ms are made
You
by
act
Mars.
like you said any kind of right answer. Yours was way off.
Hey, malt kind of makes sense a little
There's
bit.
no-
I'm
malt.
surprised you didn't say Marshall Mathers.
I know. I was surprised nobody said Marshall Mathers. That's why I kept it short. I was waiting to see if y'all were gonna get it mixed up.
Yeah, short instead of normal size sausage.
No, we're just stupid.
Who is the daughter of Simon and Schuster, who co-founded the company?
Cindy Schuster.
You're supposed to say your name.
His last name is Simon. The dad's last name is Simon.
That's not okay.
RoboTuner?
Uh-huh.
Is it Neil Simon?
No, you're asking. I just asked what his daughter's name
Oh,
was.
I thought. Okay, never mind. Misunderstood.
Can I buy a vowel?
Uh-huh.
W.
Thunder K. I don't know.
Carly Simon.
Carly Simon? Really?
Yes.
I was close with Cindy.
Well, it's too late, baby.
Maybe that was
It's
an
too
awkward
late.
question. I tried really hard to word it correctly.
What? No, that's not Carly Simon. That's Carole King. Shit.
It's your
I'm so fucking
vain.
exhausted from this weekend.
Probably think this song is about you. That one.
Okay.
That's what she sings. All right.
Okay.
This dictator's nephew wrote an article called Why I Hate My Uncle. When he came to the U.S., he served in the Navy and settled on Long Island.
Read the question again.
This dictator's nephew
Dictator. Okay.
wrote an article called Why I Hate My Uncle. He came to the U.S., served in the Navy, and settled on Long Island. Who is his uncle?
Okay. RoboTuner?
Mhm.
Is it Joseph Stalin?
No.
Damn.
Alex the Intern, Fidel Castro.
No.
Thunder K. Mussolini?
No.
Benito Mussolini?
Well, there's one more. He's really bad. He's really,
I was
really
saying
bad.
I was saying his first name. He
Is
already
it
answered.
God?
Was
Is
it Adolf Hitler?
Yes.
He wasn't a.
I
Yeah,
was
he was.
thinking Adolf
Damn it.
Hitler, and I was like,
I
no.
didn't really think. I wouldn't have thought he would be the answer. Such the obvious one.
Okay.
Okay.
Were you gonna try and say he wasn't a dictator?
No.
I was thinking you said communist dictator, and I was like, he wasn't a communist.
No.
He's a fascist.
No, I said
Fascist.
dictator. I didn't say anything about what he
Well,
was.
then I had to like reword the question in my head. I was like, oh, she didn't say
Why
that.
are we arguing over this?
That's
Hey,
just asking because you tried to call me out.
Moving
Yeah.
on. Moving on up.
Which
Which?
company sold a doll called Growing Up Skipper, whose breasts grew when her arm was turned? In the 70s.
Thunder K. Mattel?
Yes.
The
Damn. Hey, Sushi, come over here. I want to twist your arm.
No, I don't want back problems. Thank
She's
you.
got bad valves. They're not going to blow up. They're just every twisted arm is just going to get smaller.
nice.
Don't say that. And
Wow.
number two, how would you know that?
Because she's 40, what?
6?
Oh, I thought she was 50.
You turn her arm, it's just going to go.
I'm going out.
That's
of
not
here.
nice.
I'm leaving.
She has very nice breasts.
Yay! Did you hear that, everybody?
You might as well just say her titties are fat. That's basically what you just said.
I don't want anybody. Okay, can we please stop talking about my titties? Thanks. What is that?
That's the cock sound.
Ugh. I'm out.
It's not the cock sound.
Who won? Who won? Let's change the subject.
I think
I
Thunder
thought you had one
K
more
won.
question.
You are fake news.
I had one more question.
No, that was it.
Damn it.
Well, I think Thunder K
You want
wrong
me to-
because he got the only one
did.
right out of all of
I
us.
got 2 right.
He
Two
got-
right.
I got one right.
I got none.
You want me to give you one more?
Yes.
Okay. Which TV station? And this is national. You can say any country.
Okay.
Which TV
International.
station on Good Friday in the 1930s reported there is no news, and instead they played piano music?
Alex the Intern, BBC.
Yes. Okay, now y'all are tied. I got one more.
Okay.
That just sounds like something they'd do.
We're all tied? Okay.
We're all tied.
Sure. You're all tied.
Yo.
Hold on.
Okay.
Which ex-president appeared on a show called Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me and was able to correctly answer 3 questions about My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic?
Ex-president?
Thunder K. Is it George
Ex-president.
Bush?
No.
Wow. Okay, so this is recent, obviously. Okay. All right, I'm going to guess. RoboTuner.
Uh-huh.
Barack Obama?
No.
What?
Alex the Intern, Jimmy Carter.
No.
I even doubt his great-grandkids even talked to him about the show.
Bill Clinton.
I was gonna say goddamn Bill
What?
Clinton, but I was like, no, it can't be.
Bill Clinton.
Unless he watches them with his grandkids, which that would make sense.
Probably.
Does he have grandkids?
Well, yeah, Chelsea has a couple kids.
Chelsea
Yeah.
has kids.
Okay.
Hey, by the way, Chelsea has a couple kids if you didn't know.
I didn't know.
And she dated Ben Affleck in the early 2000s.
Wow.
Wow.
Woo. All right, so who wins?
Well,
Is
It's
it Thunder
still a
K?
we're still
tie,
tied.
right?
What? We are?
Hold on.
We wouldn't have been if Alex didn't whine like a little.
Hold on.
Hey,
I got,
yeah.
I got another one.
Okay.
Okay. Which cookie came out first? The Hydrox cookies or Oreo cookies?
Thunder K. Oreo.
Incorrect.
Alex the Intern, Hydrox cookies.
Correct. Alex the Intern won.
All right.
It came out 4 years before Oreo.
Technically, I didn't, but
Interesting.
For technical reasons, yes, I did.
All right. Well, let's call an end to this debacle because it's kind of hot in here and want to spend time with my kiddo. Thanks for listening and joining us on the live feed if you're on there. If you have anything that you'd like for us to talk about on our show, you can always drop us a line to robotuner2020@gmail.com. You can also call and leave a voice message at 682-325-1379. Follow us on Facebook and on Instagram at The RoboTuner. And we're live most Sundays between 6 and 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Till then, we're out here. We'll see you next week and all that good shit. Red Pants. Thanks for partaking, Dustin.
He's already gone.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll just shut this shit down. Goodbye, YouTubes.
Bye, YouTubes.
Goodbye.
You gotta